Hey guys, check out g2a.com for cheap games. There's a link and discount code in the description down below. So, as April rolls around, a new car pack for Forza Motorsport 6 was released, and that is the Top Gear car pack. Before we get any further in this video, apologies, I'm sick, so i.e. a funny voice. That's why this video wasn't put up yesterday. I was in bed all day. Sick. It is fun. Anyways, so a new car pack's out for Forza Motorsport 6. Top Gear car pack featuring 7 very cool cars, cost $7. And if you ask me, this is the most controversial car pack I have ever seen for Forza Motorsport 6. People either love it, or they absolutely hate it. Either one of the two, not really much of a middle ground. And I thought I would go in and give my thoughts on this pack, and sort of talk about the cars and have some fun with those. Anyway, so let's start it off with the cover car for this pack, a 2014 Ferrari FXXK. It's an interesting car. It's an amazing car, looks insane, it's just a beast to drive around, incredibly grippy, crazy cool car, very good. However, in racing, in Forza Motorsport 6, it has some issues. Because it's P-Class, and it's at the very bottom of P-Class, and because it is sort of like a race car, it means you can't actually upgrade it very much. And because it's sitting at the bottom of P-Class, if you decide to take it online, or do any rivals modes with it, or even just do the career mode with it, you'll never really be competitive against something like a 787B or any of the Le Mans cars, for instance. So in Forza, at least, it's not really competitive enough. It's not really fast enough. It's not really good enough to be competitive against those really fast race cars. Moving on to something else that you probably won't be too competitive in, a Rolls-Royce Dawn. Let's be honest, we really didn't need another Rolls-Royce in the game. It's just too heavy and so boat-like nobody will actually ever use it more than once. It just doesn't fit Forza, if you ask me. The amount of people who complained when there was that rivals mode to win the Aston Martin, people had to use a Rolls-Royce for that. So many people were just complaining, it's like, why do I have to drive a Rolls-Royce in Forza? It's just like, we didn't really need one, especially when it's even slower than the other Rolls-Royce that's in the game and it just has the roof cut off. It's not really necessary, if you ask me. Let's move it on to a car that I'm actually quite happy is finally in Forza Motorsport 6, and that's the Project 7 F-Type. However, it's because, once again, very similar to a standard F-Type. And once again, if you ask me, just doesn't really fit in Forza. We had the standard F-Type, that was great, people used it quite a bit actually. A Project 7 will probably be much the same, but did we really need it? Probably not, if you ask me. Do you see a trend yet? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Let's move it on to the 2016 Audi R8 V10. Again, this is an incredibly cool car. Sweet looking car. Looks so good with the brand new facelift and everything. But at the end of the day, it is just a facelifted R8 with not too much different from the standard R8 that we already had in the game. And if you ask me, it doesn't really fit in Forza because we already had the old R8, which was perfectly fine. Do you see a pattern yet? Let's move it on to the Range Rover SVR, which again, in real life, is such a cool car. It's incredible. If you see one of these things in real life, just go look at it. Take a picture of it. The thing is incredible. Sounds amazing, but it doesn't really fit in Forza. The thing is just so heavy. It's a big Range Rover. Nobody ever used the old Range Rover, and it's just a facelifted Range Rover with more power, and it doesn't really fit in Forza. Do you see a pattern yet? I hope so! Okay, other than those 4 cars that weren't really necessary in Forza. The Hellcat, the Charger Hellcat, very, very cool. I don't know what it is about me and Hellcats and big, powerful muscle cars. There's just something so badass about having a car with 707 horsepower and just ripping it, flying down the straight. This Hellcat that I'm running in this video has over 1,000 horsepower, and it's just incredible. Super cool car. I love a good Hellcat. The Challenger was cool. The Challenger was good. But I love the Charger even more. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. It's got 4 doors, and I love the kit on it. It looks really cool. I'm a fan of the Hellcat. Anyways, let's finish it off with the only car that's actually older than I am in this pack, a 1990s Jaguar XJS with a monstrous V12 engine in it, except it's kind of slow, actually. It has a really weird gear ratios and things like that. And you can see me get confused in this video a couple of times, just the way the gears are. It's really, really weird. It takes a bit of upgrading, but after that, it does get a bit of getting used to, and then you can actually drive it around a little bit. The XJS, pretty cool car. I enjoy it. It's actually the only classic car in this pack, so that's cool, I guess. And it's actually just a pretty cool car, if you ask me. Overall, on this car pack, All of these cars, in their own regard, are amazing. In real life, I would have any of these cars in a heartbeat. Every single one is a perfect 10 on 10, but in Forza, not so much. The Project 7, the SVR, and the R8 are just upgraded versions of cars that we already had in Forza Motorsport 6. The Rolls Royce is just a slower boat than the one we already had in the game. The Hellcat, the FXXK, and the Jaguar XJS are actually all really good fits for the game, if you ask me. So overall, do I recommend this pack? That's a tough question. I'm not really sure, actually. Do you think, here's what I would recommend. Do you think you're the type of person who will get enjoyment out of these cars for more than one race? If so, then I would go out and get this pack instantly. To be honest though, I would just go out and get this pack anyways, just because of how cool the FXXK is, and I think that's something you just have to experience. The car is crazy, it's super awesome, I really like it, and the XJS is just really cool as well. And then if you think the Hellcat or any of the other cars are worth it, then I would go and get it as well. They're all really cool cars, but if you ask me, I would have liked cars that aren't just upgraded versions of cars we already have, or facelifted cars of cars we already have. I would like something new, something completely new that we've never seen before. For instance, like a BMW i8. For whatever reason, it was never in Forza Horizon 2, it was never in Forza 6. I don't know why it's not here yet. It's been out for a very long time. I don't know if they can't get their hands on one, but I'd love to see it, and I think it would have been a much better fit in this pack than some of the cars that are in this pack. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on this pack. Once again, apologies for the weird voice. I'm sick, and yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you enjoyed. See you in the next one. That thing is ridiculous. Alright, you're just a dick. Look at all the limos! Oh my god, there's so many limos! Alright, boys.